Hey everybody, I'm Joshua Orro, the Mustang Prince, and welcome to Mustang Prince Orro Reports. And today, I'd like to introduce you viewers to Sofia the First Memory Lane. As I stated before, over the years, since my first season in 2013, I've been looking at a certain episode and special starring Princess Sofia, and while that was a great children's show, and I'm hoping for a sequel series in the future, well, I'm not getting any younger, so I might as well look at the rest of the series, since it's all on Netflix. So far, I've looked at specials like The Floating Palace, Holiday in Enchantia, The Curse of Princess Ivy, the Secret Library episodes, the crossover Elena and the Secret of Avalor, the Mystic Isles episode, Return to Merowe Cove, the TV finale Forever Royal, and just recently, the show's pilot Once Upon a Princess. Anyway, for this year, I'm going to go over the episodes from Season 1, and what better episode to start with than the one where Sofia first joins Flying Derby. So, airing on television on January 11th, 2013, this is Just One of the Princes. Now, let's get right in. Princess Sofia strives to become the first princess to earn a spot on her school's Flying Derby team. Although paired with the overly anxious horse Minimus, Sofia learns to believe in herself and prove that a princess can do anything she sets her mind to. So, what do I personally think of this episode? Well, in my opinion, this episode made a very fresh start for the show after the show's pilot, and yes, I absolutely loved it. But to further explain why, let's move on to Mustang notes. The title of the episode is a nod to Just One of the Guys, except this episode does not include any cross-dressing. Also, the moral of this episode is you can do anything you set your mind to if you never give up, which I learned a lot from my parents, counselors, closest friends, and teachers when I was young. As for the animation, well, to me, the CGI animation by Toei is pretty good, even though there are a few goofs involving a few of the characters' outfits changing randomly. Plus, I think Season 2 onward is a tad better. Also, I like how the episode mostly focuses on Flying Derby. Now, despite the fact that I've never seen a real horse race in person, I think the Royal Prep Flying Derby track looks absolutely challenging, but still impressive with all the obstacles around, especially with that tall steeple. Plus, I absolutely love the training sequences and the tryout race at the end of the episode. Also, as most of you know, as Mustang Prince, I am a sucker when it comes to anything horse-related. Now let's talk about the two songs featured in this episode. First is Princess Things, sung by all the royals at Royal Prep, in order to try to talk Sofia out of trying out for the Flying Derby team. Now, in my eyes, this song kind of gives me Mulan flashbacks due to it explaining the traditional things that boys and girls normally do. But, like Sofia, I think anything, especially Flying Derby, can be for any gender. The second song in the episode is called Anything, sung by Sofia while she's training with Minimus. What I like about this song is that it expresses Sofia's determination on becoming a Flying Derby rider, and it proves that she can do anything if she puts her mind to it. Also to note, this was one of two songs that used to be performed at the Disney Junior Live on Stage show at Disney California Adventure. And now let's move on to the characters and their voice actors. Our main lead, Princess Sofia, is again voiced by Ariel Winter. In my eyes, I think Sofia has a great determined personality, and as stated earlier, I like that she believes that anything can be for princes or princesses. Sofia's sister, Princess Amber, is voiced once again by Darcy Rose Byrnes. While she and Sofia have become close sisters after the pilot, Amber is still kind of prissy in certain regards to what she thinks being a princess is all about. Like when she discouraged Sofia from trying out for the Flying Derby team. But at the same time, I like that Amber does not want Sofia to get hurt while riding. Also, Amber and the other princesses seem to show admiration for Prince Hugo. But after Amber saw Sofia fall off her horse due to Hugo's cheating, Amber turns him down. And she also gives Sofia her Flying Derby tiara. Next we have Sofia's brother, Prince James, voiced by Zach Callison, who voiced King Tut in Mr. Peabody and Sherman. To me, I think James makes a very supportive brother while helping Sofia train for the race due to his dad's suggestion. And I think James and Sofia make great teammates during the race. Next we come to Sofia's horse, Minimus, voiced by Eric Stonestreet, who voiced Duke in the Secret Life of Pets movies. Now, this would have to be Minimus's debut episode, since here, he's shown to be a bit of a worrywart and a coward where they lacked confidence. He also has a few self-esteem issues. However, I think Minimus and Sofia make a great team together because Minimus steadily grows bolder and he gains confidence in himself while Sofia rides him. Next up is Sir Gilliam, voiced by Jess Harnell. You know, the same guy who voices Cedric. Anyway, Gilliam is Royal Prep's Flying Derby coach. When Sofia attempts to try out for the Derby team, he kind of feels a bit shocked due to, like his students, Derby is said to be more for princes, but I'm glad that he gives Sofia a chance, and he also gives Sofia her own horse, Minimus. This is Prince Hugo, voiced by Colin Ford, who voiced Jake in Jake and the Neverland Pirates, a little reindeer named Dart in Christmas is Here Again, Jack in the 2009 Jack and the Beanstalk movie, Carol's brother in Captain Marvel, and he later got to voice Hugo's brother, Prince Axel. Now, Hugo is said to be the best flying horse racer in Royal Prep, and due to his success, Hugo is very rude, egotistical, and a bully. I mean, seriously, he teases and picks on Sofia and James, but what's worse, he's a cheater for causing Sofia to fall off Minimus during the race. And now let's move on to my final words. Well, like I said earlier, Just One of the Princes did give Princess Sofia's TV show a fresh start, and I really liked the episode's message of never giving up. Plus, Sofia, James, and Minimus made a great team together during the race. Hugo was an absolute jerk, but at least he does become better in Season 2 onwards. Also, while there were a few animation goofs, the CGI is still good, and the two songs are great to listen to. So, I give this episode a 98% out of 100. Well, that's all for now. Be sure to join me for my next episode, which will be a sleepover episode. Mustang Power.